What's up everybody, Tommy Har with the Real Side of Real Estate. Today, I'm gonna take you through a finished product of probably one of our nicest renovations to date. This house behind me, we put $240,000 into this renovation. Took this house all the way down to the studs, new siding, new windows, new roof, new framing, new electric, new literally everything. The only thing that we kept is the foundation and the exterior walls. I'm gonna walk you through, show you a lot of the things we did, some of the value add that we were able to do. And as of today, you see the for sale sign right here. We're about to list it on the market for $699,000. Our margin on this house is right around 150 grand, and it's priced well, so maybe it'll go over ask too. Let's walk through, let's talk about it, and I'll show you some before and afters as we get going. So when we bought this house back in January, when I'm shooting this video, it's September 13th. So 9 months or so ago, we bought this house, but we didn't get to start this renovation until May. So it took us 4 months to get into this house to start renovating. Why is that? Because when we bought this house, the seller wanted to sell off market to somebody that was going to deal with his problem. His problem with this house was, one, it was destroyed. So floor to ceiling trash, smelled like cat piss. But on top of that, there were basically squatters in here. He had not been paid from his tenants for over 2 years. So non-income producing, it was a huge problem, but this is in a great area. If you watch my other videos, you know that the ARV in this house is in the high-end price point of our area. The house right across the street here, 747, this house right here just sold for $750,000 a few days ago. The one on the corner, now it's a little bit bigger, sold for $1.4 million a couple months ago. So we're pricing ours now in this market. Rates just dropped, but it's still pretty soft. We're gonna be listing this thing today for $699,000. Hopefully get this thing gone and moved, because the last thing you wanna do is price your houses too aggressively and have them sit on the market and your listing gets stale. So if you look up here, one, presentation of your house is everything. We redid all of the front landscape. This is actually a little bit more in-depth landscape than we typically do. We usually don't plant flowers, we usually don't plant trees, but we did this because, one, this is a high-end area, and we want this thing to have the wow factor right when you walk up to the house. You got the beautiful brick roads, you got the brand new concrete, you got the vertical black siding, we got the black windows. So we spent a lot of time and money on this house, so we made sure that the landscape goes right along with that. So typical, this is vinyl siding, but it's vertical. It's about 2x, 1.5 to 2x of regular vinyl. So we spent probably 15 grand re-siding. We also wrapped all of the windows and soffits and fascia in black. So you'll notice the whole house has a black and gray theme, but not too much gray. We didn't paint the walls gray, our floors aren't gray. It's just that to give it that cool look. Concrete out here, we spent probably 20 grand on concrete, so new walkways, new porch, ripped everything out. We had to prop our porch up while we did that. And then in the back, once again, you gotta pay attention to the little things, because little things all add up. We added new concrete back here, so all the way out to the back, all the way around, and all the way to our garage. So we spent a lot of money. Our contractor actually came here and poured this wrong, so we made him rip it out and redo it. So we've had a lot of issues every now and again with these properties, but you just got to kind of roll with the punches. It's the only access to our basement. We're not really going to go down there in this video. Watch the old ones if you want to see it. Redid everything. New flooring system, new HVAC, new plumbing, new electric, literally brand new everything. So as you're starting to watch this video, start to visualize what these things look like. $240,000 to get it from the old videos, which you might be seeing as these go, to now. The garage, we had to reframe everything. We had to finish, I mean, everything in there is, I don't know if it's probably locked. I don't have the key on me. But let's just go inside. And if you guys have any questions about this stuff, drop a comment below and I'll be in there and I'll respond to all of you as you ask these questions. All right, so the next thing, I mean, you want to, when you're putting so much time, money, and effort into these things, number one is you want to get the house staged. So you'll see inside that the house is staged with furniture. And number two, make sure you clean these houses really, really well, because first impressions matter. You could spend all the money in the world all the time, but if you don't make it show right for the people that walk through for the first time. You've walked the house maybe 100 times, but this buyer that's coming through, this is their first time they've seen this house. So you want them to open the door and look at it and be like, wow, this is amazing. Completely reconfigure this entire house. So if you're watching these old videos, as we walked through that front door, there was a wall right here with an opening. There was a chimney right here over to here. So the kitchen was here. There was a wall here and here. So we blew out everything so that you see these lines dropping down from the ceiling. So these are where our beams are at. So we've got an LVL, which is a load-bearing beam, loaded here all the way across over to the edge here. So that was it. That allowed us to reframe, open up the wall, but this wall was here because it was holding up the upstairs. So it was load bearing. So meaning it's holding the weight of the upstairs. Same with this wall right here. So there's a wall here and here. You remember the old video? You had a bunch of nasty old windows right here. You actually had a window right here. This at one point was an exterior wall. So we ripped it all out, beamed everything up, and now you have this beautiful, I mean, this kitchen speaks for itself. We spent probably 25 grand on this kitchen. I haven't looked at my thing in detail yet, but I know we spent 9 grand alone on cabinets. And if you're watching this video, like, that doesn't seem like much, but for us, and we have great cabinet suppliers and great relationships. I mean, somebody, if they're coming to do this in their house regularly, like if you hire somebody and you're a retail customer, you're spending 50 grand on this kitchen. So we spent probably half of that. We've got our giant slabs of granite. So we did the two-tone. So if you can see the video, we have black cabinets on the island, natural color on the other side, on the walls. We've got our black and white granite. So I didn't design this, but it's important if you're watching this, hire a designer. The person that we hired, her name is Amanda. She's in Columbus, Ohio. Her and my mom worked together for layout, and she has the top comp in 7 zip codes around town. So hire the people that know these things more than you do and just execute their plan. So we got it on paper, and then we just ran with it. This back area used to be a bathroom. So the bathrooms were stacked here and here. We ended up removing the bathroom and turned this into, I always butcher this, I think it's a butcher's pantry, a butler's pantry. Every time I say it, my mom texts me, she's like, you said that wrong on your Instagram. So turned it into a giant walk-in pantry. Our microwave is down here, and we actually used wallpaper. So wallpaper, I guess, is making a resurgence. So we got it in here, and we have it out in our half bath. So if you're rewatching the old video, because it's gonna be hard to be like, where the hell is he at in this house? Because everything's new. This used to be a wall here. So this wall was here to walk into the other. So you had wall, wall, wall. This coat closet was not here. So the two reasons we did this, number one is it does not have much storage upstairs because the basement is through the outside. So we've got storage here for coats, vacuums, whatever. And then you'll notice this little butt out right here in the video. That is a chase for our HVAC and plumbing running to the second story. So you got to be able to think about those things as you're building out these designs, because if not, you're going to have a weird soffit in your living space. So now you got this big open space or living space that goes into your kitchen area, and it speaks for itself. It's beautiful. We actually went, and there's a place in Columbus called Columbus Architectural Salvage. We bought this mantle and we repurposed it. So this mantle is not from this house, but it's from an old house. So we repurposed it, painted it black to kind of tie everything in together. And then we refinished, tuck pointed our brick. So all this chimney is original, and it's brick, it looks like it's brand new. And as I talk about chimneys, if you watch the old videos, you'll know this, but there was a chimney right here before, and we were gonna take it out. So we took it out from the basement all the way through the roof line, and as we were doing demo, the chimney fell right here and snapped all of my floor joists. So we had to rip up all the floors. So you see we put these nice hardwood floors down. It's because we have a brand new, completely flat and level subfloor to allow us to do that. So if you guys are flipping these old houses, I highly, highly recommend budgeting to replace the subfloor system and maybe some joists on your first floor, because you want to be able to you don't want to spend all this money and then people walk in and be like, well, the floors are uneven. It's a waste of money. So make sure, I mean, it took me a long time to realize you should just budget for that anyway. Next, I mean, we did a lot of shit to this house. So hopefully you guys are like, hopefully you've seen some before and afters as we're shooting this. So our bathroom, so in these old houses, a lot of times you have your stairways and then you have the coat closets here. So I like to change these into bathrooms if they're big enough. So this is a perfect size half bath. And once again, we had a designer in here to give us the wallpaper, the finishes, the vanity, but it was our idea for all the layout things you're gonna be seeing in here. So as you come in, you gotta be thinking about these, because this is where you add value. So this was just a closet. We're not taking up any different space, but now instead of having a 3-bed, 1-bath, it's a 3.5 and 1.5, and then we added another one upstairs. So always be thinking of where can I add those valuable things, bedrooms and bathrooms. And there was a door right here. So when you're doing a full gut rehab, this is the perfect time to delete or add things, meaning things on the exterior. Because we did new siding, we did new windows, and we also gutted the inside. So we got rid of a door right here that was leading to the outside. Now it's all one space. And then upstairs, we got rid of a few windows to allow us to add some of the things that we're gonna talk about upstairs. New carpet, brand new handrail system. And then the upstairs was just as big as the downstairs. The only full bathrooms were where the butcher's pantry is, butler's pantry, and back on the back side of the master, and we had to completely reconfigure that. So here, bedroom number 1, nice open space, new windows. This part of the bedroom, so the closet, we got what, maybe 36 inches or 4 feet. This was at one time, this part of this bedroom. So it was not, the closet was where's Rob's standing. So we stole into this bedroom over to here, and then we created a full bath in the hallway. So we framed this out for the bathroom to be here. So we stole from this bedroom and that bedroom to add this full bath I'm standing in right now. Got the nice niches, got the black hardware. This is a little bit more high-end bathroom finishes than we typically will do. But like I said, this house is going to be listed for $700,000. So nicer vanity, nicer mirrors, nicer fixtures. Everything in the nicer houses, material-wise, are going to cost more. Now, our tile guys still do the same quality. They still are doing the paint the same way, but the materials just add up so much more on this. So like I said earlier, we stole from both sides. So this bedroom actually went all the way till here. So the bedroom was actually this much bigger before, and there was a window right here. So we stole into this side for the bathroom, and then when we did that, we had to cancel a window right here and a window right here. So you can do that if you're gonna be re-siding. So we sheathed over it, framed it in, and now you would never know it's there if you looked at the house. That's what you need to be thinking about, especially if you're doing a full rehab. So now you have a huge closet in your middle bedroom, and then we've got my favorite space in this house, which is gonna be our master. So our master here, once again, adding, deleting things. These windows were not here before. We actually framed these windows out. So much like deleting the windows, we added these for natural light in our bedroom. And then as you can see, as we're doing all this framing, anytime I can vault ceilings and make it look like this, make it nice and grand, we're gonna try it. So we vaulted our ceilings up in our master. And before, this was our master bathroom. We removed the bathroom, we got rid of all the plumbing, redid the subfloor, and we made this a nice giant walk-in closet. And then before, there was a door over here, and that would walk out to a kitchenette slash a fire escape almost in this house, which was a door right here that walked out to my back. So we framed this in, added a window, removed the door, and now, as you can see, this is our massive walk-in master bathroom. I know you're not supposed to say master bathroom anymore. I'm still gonna say it. I know I said it a few times. People like to say primary. I've always heard it as a master bath. So this is our master bath walk-in. So you can see we've got the two-tone stuff still going, but these are gold fixtures. So we got gold, and then we got black in the other. It wasn't my call, that's my designer stuff. So they know more than I do about the design. That's why we hire them. So we just run with what they give us. But super, super nice, big bathroom. And I'm excited to see what the market says about this house. This, like I said, it's September 13th today. We issued our permit. So I went to my buddy who is a GC. He helped us pull the permit, which was our first payment on this house, on the 17th of May. So less than 4 months start to list. But it's been 9 months since we bought it. because we had 4 months of trying to get this tenant out of the house. So you got to understand that a lot of those things take time, and we got a private money loan in the beginning for this house. So we accrued interest on this property for 4 months before we even could swing a hammer. So you got to make sure you're budgeting properly for your timelines. And I'm expecting, with the way we're pricing this, I'm hoping it goes into contract this weekend, but with it being a higher price property, it may not. So you got to also budget for time on the market. And also, if it goes into contract, somebody might get cold feet, their inspector could tear it apart. I'm not expecting that for this house because everything's new, but you never know what's going to happen when you get to that point. So I always budget 60 to 90 days on the market. So it could be almost 11 to 12 months before we sell this thing. I hope not, but realistically, it very well could be. But all those things we just talked about, and I didn't talk about stuff behind the wall. Obviously, the drywall is all brand new. We insulated. Electric is brand new. Plumbing is all new. HVAC is brand new. That all right there is $240,000 that we put into this house right here to get it to the point where we're going to sell for there. So final numbers on this house. We bought it for $250,000. Bought it for $250,000. This was off market. We put $240,000 in. So let's just say we're all in $500,000. We're going to pay probably $35,000 to $40,000 of interest to my private money lenders. So I'm all in what would that be? $540,000. We sell it for $699,000 or $700,000. I'm going to have realtor fees on that too. So let's call the realtor fees $25,000. And then, so now I'm all at $550,000, $575,000, and then I pay my private money lenders off. So at the end of the day, we should make about $125,000 to $140,000 if it sells for $699,000. But the longer it sits on the market, and if we have to drop price, it starts to diminish from there. So I think almost best case right now is we make $150,000 on this. Worst case, I don't think it sells for much cheaper. We make about $100,000. So an amazing deal. The margins are great, but we also spent countless hours on this house. A lot of time designing, a lot of time meeting people, different contractors. I've talked about it in my other videos. You have over 20 different subcontractors in and out of these houses. So you deserve to get paid well when you're doing these big rehabs because you're juggling a lot of money, a lot of people's time, and a lot of people's expectations. So you make sure that these properties show well, you price them right, because you don't want to waste your time. And that right there is the real side of real estate. If you like this video, if you want to learn how to do rehabs, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I don't know anybody else out here that is showing the real ins and outs of how to flip houses, how to wholesale, how to actually do this business at a high level, or even if you're a beginner. So make sure you like, subscribe, share this with a friend.